There we go. Let's see if I can tighten this a bit. Last time I used the rig, I was playing ice hockey with it, so I adjusted the straps a little bit. There we go. Welcome to everyone. Today we're gonna tend to the grass. It's very tall. I have misplaced my measuring stick, so I can't tell you how tall it is. But we can do this. So it's probably 12 centimeters at places. It's like 12 to 6. So it's very tall. And now that the season is over, I think I'm gonna mow over all the fallen fruit. It will become nourishment for the grass. Let's see if I can. There we go. It's just gonna become nourishment for the grass. All these fallen apples. Not too sour. Are you dad now? Yes, Logan. Yes, I am. He's 18 days old. Oof. It's been very nice first couple of weeks. Lots to learn. Getting to become friends with your child. It's been very exciting. Because like it is a relationship in many ways. Right now there's not all that much response from him. He's not very aware yet. But when that comes, it's just gonna be more fun. That is another wonderful. Did you not get a manual? Right. We did spend a lot of time reading books and watching videos on all from labor to the first month. So. Oh wait, I'm gonna raise the cutter to like, I think 4.5. Do a really high pass. See how that looks. Because the grass is so tall, it just cuts bad. You try to cut too much. That's a little bit too tall. So let's go with 3.5. 2.5 is our normal. Hi Randy. Thank you so much for the congratulations. You know, Randy, I've been wanting to become father since I was about 16. So, the day is finally here. It feels quite unreal still. Siri, if anyone didn't know, Siri is the mother of my child. But I do think most of you do know that. Incredible. So life as a father so far has been it's been a roller coaster. The first couple of days, both Siri and I stayed up all night, mostly because I was way too afraid to sleep. I was afraid I would roll over and crush him, even if we had a baby nest that he was sleeping in. It still worried me. And every time I couldn't hear him, I kind of freaked out. Like I was worried that he had stopped breathing, or something bad has happened. So I was just nervous, anxious, scared all the time. So I didn't sleep anything the first 2 days basically. And then day 3 or maybe day 4, Siri took over all the night duties. So I just put in headphones with some sleep music, calm wave sounds and stuff, so I wouldn't wake up when he woke up. And then Siri took care of him all through the night, and I slept the whole night, so I could be serving them during the days. So I took care of all the food duties. I did all the diaper changing, laundry and stuff like that. And now that her milk production is a little bit better, she's able to pump enough that I can bottle feed him during the night. So Siri's sleeping for, this has been 2 days, so it's very new. Siri is sleeping in the night, and I stay awake, bottle feed him, and then I sleep in the morning. But we're gonna change it, so I try to sleep in the evening, so I go to bed like 4 p.m. and then sleep to midnight. So I go to bed really early and wake up in the middle of the night, basically. And that's been working hella great. Like Sirius, she's no longer a zombie. I said this, I was in Blackjack's stream earlier to say hi. And I told him that Siri was a zombie the first week. Because she was. I'm not trying to offend her or anything. You know, imagine sleeping between 1 and 2 hours at a time, never longer. The sleep deprivation really kicks in, and you get pale, you get unfocused, you don't remember things. Like we had a phone call with Siri's grandmother, because she's coming to visit tomorrow. But we had a phone call with her about 2 weeks ago, and when I reminded Siri about her coming to visit, she had no recollection whatsoever of having that phone call. It was probably like a 15-minute phone call. Siri didn't remember at all. Even after I reminded her, she had no recollection. Oh, yeah, lurk away, Hank. No texting and driving. Now I'm curious where you're going. If you're ever at a stoplight, you can chat. super tall grass and rain. But I kind of have to do it, so... And it's so tall, I'm going to need to cut it again maybe in a couple of days. So I'll just keep going even if it rains. Hi Blackjack. Hej också mycket. Eric. Hi, hi. Popcorn 10. Hi. Hope you're good. And Roxon mycket. Hi. Hope you're doing well, bro. Blackjack. I'm thinking that we're gonna sleep in shifts. Plus, I normally sleep with music on in my ears, so that's a big plus that I can put in headphones and turn on some music, so I don't get woke up by the baby. Still, like, in serious getting up, I do wake up a little bit. So sleeping separately is a good thing, I guess. Maybe in the future. Yeah, Kim. He has a name. The name is still secret. We're keeping that. We'll tell the world next time seriously. We thought it would be a fun thing to do a Lion King style reveal. Oh wait, it's Disney. I can't sing that. With a vehicle that made some weird sounds, and that's because they put up these poles. So in Sweden, they're getting ready for winter, and they have these poles so that the guys that do the plowing, snow plowing, know where the road ends. Because when the road is covered with snow, it's very hard to see. And sometimes, I guess people used to drive down into ditches and stuff before they had them. But now they always have them, so they can see where the road ends. I guess you don't have those problems in Kuwait, Blackjack. Yeah, incredible. That'd be cool. But we can't sing that song or play that song because it's Disney. So it's definitely gonna get muted in the boat. Disney is really picky about people using their music. They don't allow it at all. So there will be no Lion King music. Or Elton John, I guess. Hi, Desrada. Hope you're doing well, bro. nothing negative or bad to say about the first 18 days of being a dad. Okay, if you would have asked me on like day 10, maybe I wouldn't have been so positive, because the sleep deprivation was quite bad for me as well. but now that we have gotten a routine, life just feels amazing. Every day is so great, and I hope that I'll be able to stream more regularly now that the schedule is working better for us. We have more energy. First 10 days, first 12, 14 days, I could not have streamed anyway, because me too, I was also too tired, way too tired to even consider. So it feels great being back again. I did one stream last Sunday, streaming today, and I think I'll be streaming next Sunday as well. So on Sundays I have ice hockey practice, 2 hours in the morning, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And I have the rig on me on the ice as I'm playing. It's super dangerous. If I get a tackle or a hit, whatever you would like to call it, it would definitely break. So I'm trying to keep away from other guys. Plus, in our team we play just for fun. So we actually don't allow like open ice hits and stuff like that. So we just play for fun. So that's going to be a regular thing, unless I break the streaming rig. Then there won't be any streams. But it worked very well. The first stream I did last Sunday. Except from that, my phone kept falling out of the phone holder. So I need to maybe zip tie that or something, so I don't drop the phone. It actually dropped on the ice a couple of times, I think 4 or 5 times. But it has a silicone case, so it ended up doing just fine. It didn't work. But correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think anyone has ever live streamed an ice hockey game in the history of the world. I mean, every hockey game is live streamed, but not from ice level. So that's it's a new thing. Hi Ginger Afro Man, hope you're doing superb this Friday. If you've been working all week, I hope you're looking forward to the weekend. Maybe you have some fun plans. Me, I'm gonna be a snuggling baby 24/7, and on Sunday I have ice hockey practice. Looking forward to that. Like mushrooms. So we have a lot of wild mushrooms growing in the lawn. So it smells like it smells like mushrooms when you run over them. Captain Obvious here. Some of them are edible. Tiny ones, like here. These tiny little shrooms are, at least I don't think they're edible. Let's see if I can find one of the edibles to show you guys. Nom nom. Hi Sarah M7. Thank you for the congratulations. Do you have children? Is there anyone in chat? I mean, I know Blackjack has children, but is there fellow parents in chat? If so, how old? Blackjack even has twins. Can you imagine? I would love twins. Not gonna lie. I mean, as much as I don't want twins, if we ever would have such a miracle, I would love it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm wishing for it. It's very hard on Siri, and it's very hard on us as parents. Like it's very, very different having twins from just normal one child labor pregnancy in the first 6 months. So there's definitely things that are not so great, but twins is really special. Andreas, do you have kids? Sweet. Fist bump. So we only have one, and he's 18 days old today. So he's very, very newborn baby. We are really already talking about getting more. Because we want a big family. Not just a big Twitch family, but also a big real family. Here with some speed. It didn't really rain before, but there was some drizzle, so the grass is moist. And this doesn't have four-wheel drive, so it's hard getting up the incline. Do I have siblings? Let's save that story for another time, I think. No, I don't. Oh, don't worry about it. Je m'appelle Johannes. Madame. That's about it. When I was in France the first time, when I was like 8, we did a road trip with my family. My mom spent the whole time driving down there trying to teach us to order ice cream. And I mean, the pronunciation is, don't laugh at me, or laugh if you think it's funny, but she tried to teach me to say, I think it is tres boules. Probably sound more Dutch, I realize, but 3 strawberry ice cream. 3 scoops strawberry ice cream. probably the only thing I could say. And then when I was 10, we did a second trip through Europe. And then they taught me to say hello and to say my age, small things like that. In both German and French. It was a good road trip activity. Exitaros, welcome to my stream, man. We're having a lovely Friday. Can't wait until Peanut is 6 years old. Oh, I mean, time will fly, I'm sure of it. Me and Peanut's mother, we've been a couple for 3.5 years. So I would consider us being new as a couple, but it feels like forever. But I'm sure our next 3.5 years together will be even faster. I bet they will just fly by. The grass is so tall, I need to go over some areas more than once to cut it down. It doesn't take all the first pass. So if you guys are a bit confused about my driving pattern, it's to adjust for the length of the grass. There is on the street, or this is maybe that other type, love. I don't know what it's called in English, but like these are not moss, these are beardy looking things called love in Swedish. Well, it might be something similar in English. Do I know? How do you tell them apart? I mean, the white beardy thing, that's easy. The green stuff growing on the tree, that is just tall moss or detailed videos. Stop and eat some fruit. Too many ripe wild strawberries. Maybe I should share some with Siri. I'll leave some to her. These are going really well. Oh, and there's some tomatoes as well. Look at the amount of larvae on the cabbage. Hello, little buddy. Like 1,000 of them. This is my mom's project. Holy crap, look at that. They've eaten them clean off. Let's break this off and show you. Look at that. So cabbage should pretty much always be covered, otherwise that happens. And it might still happen even if you cover it. What? You spiky. Hi, man. Where did you come from? Out of the shadows, giving me a subscription. Thank you kindly, dear sir. That means we are currently having 24 subscribers. Team is growing. Few building projects going at the same time here in the garden. Whenever the grass becomes too tall, the whole garden just looks horrible. I feel like when you have a little mess in the corners, the main areas need to be neat, and then it's okay that you have a little mess in the garden. It's just not been any time to mow the lawn now that we have a baby. It's been dad mode, helping Siri out, making food, etc., etc. tall is the grass here? The tallest is probably over 20 centimeters. An average of 10, maybe 12 centimeters. It's really thick here. darling. Oh, is this a smoothie for me? Oh.
I need some of that.
Cinnamon, ginger, banana, mango, pumpkin. Is it pumpkin spice from your sister?
Yeah. And pumpkin puree.
Because I'm like, this tastes just like Fireball whiskey without any of the whiskey. And I had so much Fireball whiskey at a point in my life. So I'm like,
You're welcome.
I'm almost throwing up a little bit from the memories.
Well,
Thank you kindly.
huh?
Thank you kindly.
Do you hate it?
No, but I almost, yeah.
No, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't really. I probably can eat it. I think I can finish it, but I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there's enough banana to balance the flavor. Thank you, Spiky. Thank you kindly. And if you don't mind, you could put a little mental note. Yeah, but this flavor is a no-go for Johannes. Exactly. It's probably very nutritious though. I feel so bad for for not liking her smoothie she made. Aw. But she understands. Ninixar. Hi, welcome to my stream. It's oh man, it's a half past 3. It's a bit cloudy, 16 degrees, so it's a warm day here in Sweden. Overcast, as you can see. We had a little drizzle before. Whilst I'm eating, let me show you guys. I got a crazy idea late last night. I think it's crazy, but it's gonna be crazy good. I'm super hyped about this. This is probably gonna be my first project. As soon as I'm back to streaming regularly. I'll do some garden things. Try to finish the area outside the root cellar so I can sow grass, so the grass can grow for next summer. I'll do a couple of things like that, and I think tackling the rest of the kitchen garden will be left for spring because there's not going to be any grass there. So that this area is going to be left for spring. That's totally fine. But here, this is a syren. What's that in English? It's a big bush anyway. And inside it's a little hideout. And we have not used it. And it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. Like this bush is just crazy. And it smells so good in the spring. And it flowers with like lilac flowers. And like they smell all through the garden. So it's a really lovely plant. But it's like 6 meters tall, and we're like, yeah, what we're gonna use it for? You don't get any sunlight in it, but that's kind of nice. We can like put out beds in there, and you can take like a nap in the middle of the day during summers, or if you just want to be private, because it's a cafe down there that my parents have. So if the cafe is busy and we want to be like just by ourselves, we can go in here. I got a new idea yesterday. I sent it to my parents. My parents are on holiday right now, and they both loved it. And the idea is, let me back away a little bit. So the idea is to build a podium inside it that is 3.5 meters tall. Underneath it, you would have a lounging area. You could be protected from rain, but you're still quite open to the elements. You can see out of it, but it's very hard to see in it. So if a car comes, we can see it, or if anything happens, we're still aware of our surroundings. It's very nice in there. It's very private. And you could take like naps in the middle of the day under the podium, even if it rains, which is going to be amazing. But the real kicker is on top of the podium, we'll make a seating area. So you can take like a lunch break 4 meters up in the air, overlooking the whole farm. So you're going to be so high up that the railing of the podium does not show on the outside. Like this whole build will be stealth. No one will know it's there unless you know it's there. But when you're sitting up there, your head is above the top of the bush so that you can see the whole place. It's going to be amazing. And I did a proof of concept late last night with a super sketchy ladder solution. Don't judge. Oops. So I put up a ladder just to be able to climb up over the top and see how it looks. And whoo, it's going to be the craziest thing ever. And it's definitely big enough to have a table for 6 up there. So, the bush is growing bigger and this area inside is getting bigger every year. So we can like push the branches out a little bit and make the podium as big as possible up there. And oh my lord, it's going to be crazy. And I don't want to climb the ladder with the stream because you won't see anything anyway. Like I couldn't climb as high so I could see above, but I climbed high enough that I could barely see above. And then I took the camera on my phone and took pictures, and it looks incredible up there. I might, after I've mowed the grass, try to make a better ladder situation, so it's a little bit more safe. Because this is sketchy. And then I could take some better pictures, maybe even show you guys on stream how it looks. It's incredible. It's incredible, the view up there. And yes, an actual cafe, summertime only. Summertime. There's a little cafe down there, and the farm. We don't have any animals here on the farm. We don't grow any produce other than some tomatoes and some berries and some stuff for us, you know. Not self-sufficient, not a homestead by any means. But the income of the farm is from overnight guests, tourists, and visitors. So that's the first cabin hotel that we built. So imagine like a hotel room, and then when you come, you get all inclusive. So you get like a picnic basket when you get here, and then you get like a 5-course meal in the evening and breakfasts served by your hotel room, and then you dine down here. Next summer we're gonna have, because during this winter we're gonna build a outdoor kitchen, so if the weather allows it, we can, or mother can, cook outside as well. So in front of this electrical pole, between this is a floor is lava obstacle course for children. Between those two there will be a erect kitchen. We might even have time to make a wood-fired pizza oven / stove. Would be really cool. Can bake bread and stuff outside. So that'll be there. And we have permits for another 3 cabins out in our pasture. This summer though, we had 2 tents with a concept called glamorous camping. So you don't sleep on a mattress on the floor. There's like proper double beds, and comfy duvets and pillows and some armchairs and stuff inside of the tent, and you get to live in nature and hear the wind against the fabric of the tent. It's such an experience. And that was fully booked. I think it was like 90% booked or even more the entire summer. It was crazy popular, a lot of fun. And next summer we're still going to have the glamping, but there's going to be one more cabin built. You my stepdad, that builds them, he has time for about a cabin a year. Because during the summer season, he does a lot of help with serving food and doing dishes and cleaning the cabin and cleaning the tents and changing the sheets and stuff and doing laundry. So he don't have any time during the summer to to work on that. So that's a project for fall, winter, and spring. Are they called lilacs? Thank you, Siri. Usually follow Sim Streamer. Oh, I used to play so much Euro Truck Sim. I fell in love with that game. And I still do. I'm gonna have some... Wow, I haven't thought about that. So, me and Siri, we are brand new parents. We have a child, we call him Peanut. Name will be revealed on her next stream. We have a thing set up, or a plan for how it's gonna work with parenting. That I will sleep between 4 p.m. and midnight. Then she'll go to bed and then I'll wake up. And I'll be awake all through the night. I mean, I can nap if I want to, but it will be my job to feed him every 2 hours when he wakes up. So I won't get any good sleep. So then I thought I might as well try to sleep really early in the evening. So I get most of my sleep done. Try to get 6 hours early evening. So I can be awake all night. And to pass time, I thought I would be streaming again. Because I used to do PC streams. All summer I've been streaming with this rig in our garden, doing maintenance, building some planters, planting things. There's been a lot of lawn mowing. It's been a lot of lawn mowing. It's a 1 day a week kind of thing. It takes 8 hours to mow the lawn, and then another 3-4 hours with a weed whacker to do the edges and stuff. So that's been every Friday all summer, and then I've had other projects the other days with streaming. But now in the winter, there's not as much to do outside, and it's cold, and the weather there's a lot of rain in Sweden. So I've been really looking forward to doing these late night dad streams, you know. And I totally forgot I can stream Euro Truck Sim. That just hit me now. It's such a calm game, and it's perfect pace for the evenings. You don't get excited and scream loud, so I wake up the baby, because the baby will be sleeping next to me as I'm streaming, and if he wakes up to feed, I can heat up a bottle of milk, breast milk, and feed him. I can't do that as I'm driving, so I have to take a break from the gaming. But yeah, Euro Truck, I haven't thought about that. Because I've been considering what games I want to play this winter. I have some really cool PlayStation titles on my backlog, like Horizon Zero Dawn. And currently, this spring I was playing Detroit Become Human. I still have a lot of hours left before I can finish that. Oh, Danne! Sorry that I didn't reply. Yes, Danne. Our child is today 18 days old. So it's been very rough first 2 weeks, as I think for every parent. A lot of sleepless nights and sleepless days. They eat every 1 to 2 hours in the beginning. And now we're hoping, or rather now he's at 2, maybe 2.5 hours, and it will increase as he grows. So he sleeps longer and longer. And some kids are sleeping full nights already at 3 months. So the idea that I will be up during the nights is only a temporary thing. But hopefully he will sleep full nights between 3 and 6 months. And then both Zero and I can get sleep during the night, and we can be awake all day. Exactly, in 3 weeks. I don't know how much time and how much I can be a part of it, but I'll help out a little bit. Katrin, for those who don't know, in chat, that's my mother. She's currently, well, I'm assuming here, she's currently sipping a cold one on the French countryside, enjoying 26-degree sunny weather, whilst we are having drizzle and, well, yeah, it's 16, so it's quite warm, but and breezy. We were joking about that, like if we legally were allowed to, would we name him Peanut? But in Sweden, it wouldn't be okay legally. And also now that he has a name, which is a secret still. Mother, don't spoil anything. But now that he has a name, it feels kind of weird calling him Peanut. Like, it was a great nickname, but now I much more enjoy calling him by his name. The name will be revealed on his on the first stream that Siri makes. I can't tell anyone when it is, because it depends on her energy levels, and we started bottle feeding him with breast milk, pumped breast milk, just 2 nights ago. 3 nights. 3 nights ago. Yeah. So she has had 3 good nights of sleep. First night she slept for 4 or 5 hours in one go. The second night she slept probably 6 hours, and this night she slept like 8 hours. So that's great. It's because in the beginning milk production is not as good, so she couldn't pump enough for me to have breast milk to feed him during the night. So I can only feed him once the first night, twice the second, and now 3 times last night. So he stayed fed for longer, meaning that she can sleep for longer. So I think she'll be streaming within a couple of days, or a week maybe. That's my best guess. Mr. Mello, everything is incredible. If you would have asked me 4 or 5 days ago, I wouldn't have said the same. First 2 weeks were rough, but now it feels absolutely great. And that's only with, I think I slept 4 hours this night. I think I slept 4 hours, but I'm still like that's been enough considering I've only slept 1 or 2 hours at a time before. So it's a big difference. Try to finish this pumpkin smoothie so I can finish long. We've done the trickiest part. This part is more open area, more just driving straight. So I think we've done about 40%. And I don't think we have fuel enough to cut, because I checked the jugs in the garage and they were all out, so I need to refill them, and I can do that Sunday. But until then, I can't cut anything out in the pasture or the parking lot, so I'll have to wait with that. But I do think I have fuel enough to finish the garden. You've been following longer than my mom. Yeah, my mom didn't have Twitch until, I don't know when she got it, but quite recently. And for anyone who's interested, she also streams. Rare, but she streams. There's some cooking streams going on. I think, and I hope that she'll do more cooking and baking streams. I think that really suits her. She's a great chef. She does really wholesome, like everyday cooking. Not fine dining, nothing like that, but just good, healthy and exciting food. She's really, really good at cooking with leftovers or what's in season, or seasonal food, especially during the summers. She can make a feast out of nothing, and that's very difficult, I think. I mean, she was a single mom for forever, basically, so she had to make do with what she got. So She developed skills for that, and now she has made it into a business. She actually, she cooks all the food for the overnight guests, and I think people come and stay at this farm maybe 50% for the environment and the calm, serene nature that we actually have out in the pasture, and the other 50% is for the food. It's from what I understand, the guests love it, and she has a lot of neat tricks to teach people. So I hope that she will stream more food making in the future. Let's see if we can mow and eat at the same time. So if you're new to the stream, hi, my name is Johannes, and this stream is it's a live reality show, basically, where you get to follow my life in whatever I'm doing when I'm streaming. There's a lot of gardening during the summer. There's going to be some build projects during the fall. Parenting. Me and Siri, we just got our first child 18 days ago. So it's going to be a wide mix of wholesome content. If you're into that, please follow the stream so you can be notified when I stream. I don't have a schedule. I stream, especially now that since we become parents, so I only stream when he's sleeping and we have time. So they're quite irregular. And if you feel like it, please consider subscribing. I'd like to make it so that this stream can in the future provide for my family. And that's the goal. That's why we're doing this. The bench. If you stay around for me going back, I'll show you. Oh, a little frog. No. That's no, not that way, frog. Look at this tiny little fella. There, you're safe. ton of frogs this season. Frogs and toads. 2 years ago we had a wasp infestation. There was like clouds of wasps everywhere. If you put out a sugar trap, you caught 100 wasps an hour. It was a little bit insane actually. I don't think this is what you meant, this path around here. I mean, it's been there like forever. I think you meant the path up here. That goes into the left here. And this path, I want in the future. I'm cutting it so the lawn will start growing better. But here, I would like a path continuing in here. Shoop, shoop, shoop. And here we need to move some rocks and clear out and make it neater. And then, basically come down. This is like a little bit wild right now. And here I would like a staircase so it's easier for people to walk down. Because now it's like a earth bank. So there's going to be a staircase here, if I have my way. And then when you come down, you're in this beech forest. So there will be a staircase down here. And then you would continue on a little path going away this way. So you could, I should have turned off the lawnmower. So you can walk through the forest. Even this out a little bit. So we make a path that you can walk. Remove rocks, make it neat. Not putting gravel or nothing, just have the leaves as is. Ooh. And then here, have it turn, either here or round another tree. So it meets up, and then somehow in the middle here we're gonna have like a little seating area. Something. Plastic cup. I'll take that. And build, put up some lanterns, make it cozy. I look forward to that. But that's a project for another time. But I would like that. I would like a staircase down there so you could walk all the way around, come into the beech forest that way, and then walk back out again. So it's like a circle. I mean, you can maybe walk out here and come into the... This is like, I guess you can call this an orchard. There's apple trees, a plum, and more apple trees, and a massive cherry that we're gonna take down. It's too big. You can't pick, you can't pick any cherries anyway. Plastic. So yeah, I'd like, that's why I'm making that little path. And I'm getting thumbs up from Mother. She also likes it. But if this happens in 5 years, whatever, I don't know. It's not important. It's just a nice way of showing off this beautiful beech forest, which it's planted, it's not natural. It was planted 1974 by the previous owners. be good with your chores. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you'll be back sometime soon. I hope I'll be streaming sometime soon. Until next time, friend. Take care. Like that one. A lawn shouldn't be or we shouldn't is the wrong thing. I don't mind having a complicated lawn, but I do constantly, every season, I make it easier for myself, removing areas, letting more areas become a field or just natural flowers planted, and like blocking off sections, leaving areas uncut on purpose, and doing planters that sort of makes sense, so there's not as many nooks and crannies. I started gardening here two summers ago. And this summer, honestly, we haven't done much. We did a lot of work, or I did a lot of work during the springtime, but during the summer I've been having a little bit of me time, relaxing, vacation style, because it's the last summer. It was the last summer before we would be 3 in our family. Counting Siri's parents, my parents, we have a bigger family than that, but before we had our child, that is. So I tried to get us a nice relaxed summer without doing too much work. Angelica, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. And Lars, welcome you too. Keep chat to English only, if you would be so kind. I look like Turkish, but I'm no language expert by any means. kind of optimistic. I was like, well, yeah, I can probably stream first week of being a dad. Yeah, that didn't work. Oof. I was so sleep deprived, I didn't know my name. Probably wore my underwear inside out most days. Honestly, I'm just glad I managed to put on underwear. Being a dad is definitely the most exciting thing I've ever done. It's 100 times better than I could ever imagine. Even with all the sleep deprivation. And nowadays it's fine. I slept 4 hours this night. It's all good. Hi Shades. Flower Diego. Welcome to my stream. To anyone that's new or old, my type of content really fits lurkers. I think most of the people that watch my stream is definitely lurkers. But if anyone wonders, I can absolutely read chat. I have a display down under the camera where I can see your messages and interact, which I think is a lot of fun. It makes it so I feel less lonely when I'm out working by myself. This farm is normally quite busy, you know. My stepdad and my mom is out doing work around the place, and Siri during summers are also out. And soon Peanut will be running around here on the lawn, so I'll definitely have more company in the future, which I look forward to. As of now, you guys are my company. Mr. Fellow. Indeed, Shades. Indeed. Let's go. That was something I hadn't counted on when I started streaming this spring. Or I've streamed for about 3 years. But I started streaming gardening and started using this mobile streaming setup that I have. That I started with in May, I think. And I never could have imagined how much more fun it made work. Highways. Really, Shades? Well, I take you up on that. Honestly, mowing the lawn during summer it's absolutely my favorite chore. Absolutely my favorite chore. You get to drive around your garden, look at plants, see the development, see how they're doing. Get to be out in the sun, fresh air, smell of fresh cut grass. This is one of those things where you wish Twitch had smell-o-vision. Definitely. I mean, when someone is playing CSGO, smell-o-vision wouldn't be very nice, right? Sweaty gamers, but this smell of fresh cut grass is something else. Gunborg. Siri and Peanut is doing great. We are finally getting somewhat of a sleep schedule. Finally, I mean, it's been 18 days. Most parents struggle with sleep for 3 to 6 months. Some women don't get a full night of sleep the first year. So to say that we're finally getting some sleep, it's kind of rude, I feel, but we are. I feel very lucky about that. And also, it's a lot of planning and a lot of work. It does take a lot of extra work to bottle feed. All the extra dishes and the time spent managing and dealing with that. It adds a lot. It's so convenient just breastfeeding, but that makes it so she can't sleep, and I would never want Siri to spend a year without sleeping at night. That's too much. So we're sharing that duty. I'm staying awake at night, and my plan is to be going to bed at like 4 p.m. and sleeping until midnight, and then I'll wake up at midnight, and then I'll be in charge of the baby, so Siri can sleep until morning. A lot of extra laundry as well, yeah. We actually upgraded our laundry machine prior to having babies, so we have a 9-kilo laundry machine. The one we had before, it was 6 kilos, so it was a decent size, but it was probably 15 years old, so it was getting a bit long in the tooth. To me, it's such a privilege to be able to bottle feed him. It also builds the connection, right? So imagine like an animal, which we humans are. If you feed a cat, the cat will like you. Humans work the same way. If you feed a human, the human will like you, so that we can try one of these apples. Wow. Oh, sure, if you're listening, these apples are, wow, they are ready now. Damn, that's tasty. Hold on a sec, I'll just I need to take a leak. How do we do this? Let's catch up with chat. Hi guys, welcome back. Hi Coke and Yogurt. Thank you for wishing me a great day. And you made it, you made your university goal? Dude, sweet. Coke and Yogurt. Becoming a dad has been, it's been an amazing journey. First 2 weeks was rough, not gonna lie, but now it's just, oh, I love it. I love it. Sorry that I missed your messages before Coke and Yogurt. Sour or sweet? They have been sour. I've never eaten these because I don't like sour apples. I don't like it at all. But these have now become super ripe. It's, well, 11th of September. And now they're, I would say they're sweet. Like 90% sweet with like a 5% hint of sourness in there. I don't know what the rest of the 5% is. You guys have to imagine. Love it. Also, let's go and have a look here. There's a pink flower. So this is going to be a kitchen garden, but we didn't finish it. We didn't finish it this season. Didn't have the time. Look at that. Little pink flower. So it's a project for the spring. I think it's going to be nice. And also this apple tree, mother planted this apple tree when they moved here. And this is the first season they give fruit. Like, look at these seed pods. Wow. No, wait, this is humle? No way. No way. Look at this. So this is it barley? What's it called? I think it's called barley. It's climbed up on the apple tree. That's crazy. Look at that. So from here, it's vined itself up the apple tree. I don't think the apple tree minds. At least as long as it's not getting too big. But like this, it's fine. It is a perennial, but it doesn't climb up the same way. So we can, next season, we can make it climb a little bit differently. And I don't think we need to plant another one. It's quite a big tree, this one. It gives a lot of fruit. So, it gives a lot of fruit. And I mean, most of them, we don't use any pesticides. But a lot of them has, I mean, I don't know, I would guess 50, 60 kilos has fallen on the ground because we don't eat them. Because I never liked the flavor. But if we pick them a little bit earlier in the season, like you see, most of them has gotten rotten because they've been just hanging here for so long. Because we don't pick them, because we don't eat them. But that's probably because we never let them ripen enough. And now in September, you can pick them earlier and have them ripen in like a root cellar or indoors. So these apples are actually great. Never have they tasted this good. I wonder if this one has any apples left, or if they're all fallen down. It would be interesting to taste these. Oh, there's some up there. Can't reach. If these have gotten better now in September. Is there only one on the tree? If we shake it a little bit, maybe one come falling. No. There's one up here. Can't reach. Oh, here we have one. Remove my glove. See how these are. Oh, this one was very pretty as well. Oh, that's a light apple. Not sour at all. But it's so airy. That's really nice. I'm gonna pick 2 apples and give Siri. Take one of these. Wow, these are big as well. I saw a couple more of this variety as well. And I'll bring in the dishes as well. Darling? Oh, no, I'm not filming. So this is the big tree? Oh, you ate one? I'll put them on the heater. And the uneaten is from the one with the swing. The baby swing, the blue one. Ah, det gjorde det? Visst var de goda? She's doing diaper change. Oh. Now, Sutin, you love sour apples? Yeah. All season these have been sour, and since we moved here, I've never had them taste this good. Thank you, Coke and Yogurt. Friesenborg, thank you. It's been since I was 16. Always loved kids, and to have one, whew, it's all I could have imagined and more. Can't wait for him to get a little older. So, like, he's only 18 days, so he has just started like reacting to movement. He started being able to follow a finger. He stares at you for longer periods of time. Before when they're like 2 weeks, they can't really look at things. They just move about and with their eyes and can't focus on things, and their eyesight is very poor. And also they haven't developed in the brain enough to really know what's going on. But that is happening really fast now. So in the coming weeks, they'll start to be more responsive, and you can expect like 4 to 8 weeks. They can actually start to smile, and then I mean reactionary smile. Now he smiles instinctively in his sleep, for example, but not until between 4 and 8 weeks can they smile reacting in a reacting reaction. Sweet is your favorite? I like myself a good Granny Smith. I can't eat a full apple, but maybe half a Granny Smith in slices. I can enjoy that. Type and title? Probably. You know me, Nico. My English is not very good, and my written English is horrible. I have no idea what I'm doing, basically. Nice to see you, my old friend. How's life, Nico? Fantastic summer, if you ask me, and this fall as well. It's been very little rain this fall, which is nice, but it's been cold. Oh, get on here. It's been quite cold, not too bad, and more sun than last year, definitely. It's been a nice fall. That is finished. Let's head back up here. Oh, I feel a drizzle coming on. So cutting the grass when it's raining is not very good, because it doesn't end up looking pretty. But the grass was so tall because I haven't cut it for 3 weeks. You know, becoming a dad and such. So the grass is incredibly tall anyway, so I cut it at a higher height than I normally do. And I'm gonna have to recut it quite soon anyway. So if it actually starts raining, it's not the end of the world. I'll finish up this almost first cut, and then I'll do a second cut maybe Monday. And again, the grass doesn't grow all that fast this time of year, so perhaps I can wait until next Friday. And that might be the last cut of the season, or one of the last cuts, because it doesn't grow much in October. A little bit, but not a lot. Miko, thanks for asking. Daddy life is it's everything I imagined. The first 2 weeks, no sleep whatsoever. Me and Siri were walking around the house like zombies. But now I'd say the past 4 or 5 days for me has been very good with sleep. And Siri started pumping, so I can feed him. So now she's sleeping during the night and I stay awake, and that's working really, really well. It's only been 3 nights, but so far I love it, because feeding is the most incredible thing. I always imagined it would be a chore, but I'm so glad I get the opportunity to, because the connection you get with him is incredible. Like, you can tell he's so pleased and happy and loving and calm and snuggly. Oh, it's amazing. I love it. We did ultrasound ahead of time and figured out the sex. So we knew it was going to be a boy. I mean, with like 95% certainty. Tests are actually not, or tests are. Sometimes they are wrong in the ultrasound. So in Sweden at least, we're not allowed to say that it's going to be a boy. The midwife that does the ultrasound, she's allowed to say, I think it is going to be a boy or a girl. Because they have been wrong. Sometimes it's hard to tell, even for the professionals. But Siri, who is she's not a professional, when we were in for the second ultrasound, I couldn't go with because of COVID. So she went alone and I waited in the car. But she says afterwards, because we kept it a secret, we got the sex on a little note, and we opened it on the stream, on her stream, to get our reactions. She said that she was fairly certain, because she was sure she could see a penis in the ultrasound. So she knew burp this for me. And I'm happy about that. I would have been happy with a girl too. And I hope we get many more children. We are going to try for more children. Maybe one of them will be a girl, or so that would be fun as well. I think it's very different having boys and girls. Well, it's kind of obvious maybe, but yeah, Johannes Jr. indeed. I asked Siri if we can name him that. She was not pleased. So if he has a name, it's still secret. We'll tell the stream, the first stream that Siri does, it will be a name reveal, which is gonna happen, I'm guessing within a week, but who knows. But his name is not Johannes Jr., which I thought would be cute. It's kind of joking, you said, but I do think it would be cute. I was a little bit worried that COVID might make it so I can't be with Siri in the delivery room, but I fortunately was able to. Since I stayed healthy and well and had no symptoms, I could be there for the birth of our child. Very, very fortunate. I couldn't stay in the aftercare. Couldn't stay there, which sucked. I missed the first 24 hours, around 30, maybe 36 hours. But that's okay. That's okay. it was very nice to sleep at home. So in many ways, I'm not so sad about that. You know, wanting one of each, Frisenborg. I mean, we want one of each. we want 4 kids, so we have a couple of tries. But imagine continuing trying to make more children just because you are so determined that you want one of the other 6. Like 8 kids down, and all of them are boys. Like, damn it! But I think as parents, just because you wish for something to happen, you need to realize quite soon that you can't decide everything in life. Like, you might want a kid that loves playing football, and then they get into horse riding instead. You might want someone to go to university and study to become a doctor, and they would rather, I don't know, be an influencer or work in a bar. What we want as parents are generally never up to us. The kids are from the first cell division. They are their own individual. And we as parents, we can only guide them and hope that they will follow in our path or that they will share our interests, but we can never decide nor control the outcome. So, yes, we wish to have both boys and girls. If there's only boys, there's only boys. You start a little football team then. I'm not at the moment. I think there's going to be 1 or 2 more cuts, not at the moment. But it is ending the finale. I think it's kind of funny that I'm cutting on a Friday, which has been my normal lawn mowing day. This Friday, it's just a coincidence. It rained the past 2 days where I was going to cut. Because the grass is so long, we haven't cut it for about 3 weeks. So it's out of control. So I wanted to cut it, and now we're cutting it way taller than I normally do. Just because otherwise it would be a mess. Like the machine wouldn't do a good job. And I might do a second cut at a lower height already in a couple of days. Or if it doesn't grow all too much in the coming week, I might be able to wait until next Friday and do another cut. Otherwise I risk just growing up and being this tall again. But I don't think that will happen. I think I can wait until next Friday. So it's kind of funny how I'm able to maintain Friday's picture. Hi Jasmine, thank you for the congratulations. Hi Immortal Donuts. Thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, I get that. How many square meters of lawn do you have in your house, Nada? Have you moved in now? Oh, tiny little frog. I'm a little frog. I'll save you. Did you know that when they get scared, they pee? So they very often pee in your hand when you lift them up like this. See? He peed on me. Sometimes it's like a flood, especially the big toads. They can really mess up your gloves. metal plate. Thank you for your congratulations. It kind of feels like it's my birthday. Having people congratulate me for being a father. Oh! Now this is... The other one was a toad. This is a frog. You can tell from it having much bigger hind legs. And it's so fast. Look at this. I'll put it down on the rock. Go. It jumps incredibly tall distances. And so fast. Whilst the toads are more like old people. That'd be fun now, hopefully it has settled. But oh, that was close. There's another little frog there. I hope he gets out of the way. Otherwise I'll lift him out of the way. No worries. So, does anyone have any fun plans for the weekend? Me, I'm gonna be dadding it up. And on Sunday I have ice hockey practice. Really looking forward to that. It's the, what is it, like the second or third of the season? Fourth? Third? So many frogs this season, so it's been a big influx in frogs. Nature tends to go in cycles. 2 years ago there was wasps. This year it's frogs. I'm hoping for bumblebees next year, although it's unlikely. You getting a car? Oh, nice. What model? What model are you going for? Test driving one. Oh, that could have been like 2008, 2010 maybe. It's a little bit too expensive for me back then. Oh, it still is. At least the new ones. But I remember them being nice. I like SUVs.
Ronan Celeste resubscribes. 3 months. Good day, Sir Dad.
Sir Dad! Oh, I love it. Is that my new title? Sir Dad. Thank you for your resubscription, Ronan. Thank you for feeding my family and supporting the channel. My goal for the stream is to make it my income, to stream 5 days a week and to have it as my job. So everyone that supports me, subscribes, feels amazing, man. Twitch is such a good community for this, because not everyone can donate $100 every month, you know, but a lot of people can do a little bit, giving a subscription $5 a month. It means a lot, and the community is growing. The more I stream, for the longer I stream, we are growing and growing, and in the near future, I really think that we can make my dream happen. That we, as a community, can support my family and this farm, so we can do renovation, build projects. Maybe we can have a horse in the future. That'd be so amazing. So thank you for your support, Ronan, and to all my other 24 subscribers, thank you. If you're new, please consider following the stream. Currently, I'm a brand new dad, so my streams are very irregular. But in a month or two, I'll be able to stream on a schedule again. And also, please consider subscribing. Every sub means a lot. Rona, of course I want to be called Sir Dad. Jokingly. Let me tell you guys that the first time I put him in a stroller and took a walk in the city, because we had just picked up the stroller and we had some errands to run, so he was with us, sleeping in his stroller. That was the proudest feeling I think I've ever felt. I felt like my neck was 10 centimeters taller than normal. I felt like everyone was looking, and I was so proud. And being a dad is amazing, guys. It's really amazing. It's only 18 days, so I'm very new as a dad. Can't wait for the future, and I love every second right now.
Sweet resubscribes. 5 months. Miss you guys. Any say when YouTube will be streaming more often?
Hi, Dan Sweet. Thank you for your resubscription. Any idea about when we'll be streaming more regularly? I think I'll be streaming more regularly in about 2 to 4 weeks. Oh wait, never mind. For next week. But I will be doing night streams. So our schedule that we're trying to make, and it's been working really well the first 3 nights I mean, is that Siri sleeps from midnight to 8 a.m. and I sleep in the early evening before that. So I go to bed at like 4 p.m. and then I wake up at midnight. So I'll be awake during the nights, the graveyard shift, so to say. And I figured I'd do some Euro Truck Sim streams and such during that time. So I might be streaming more regularly very soon. Siri, I couldn't tell, but I think she's going to do a stream within a week. And how regular? No idea. Maybe once a week, maybe more often. Just, there's no real way of telling. And also how that will work. And yeah, there's a lot of figuring out. There's a lot of figuring out for her still. But my streams will be more regular soon actually, yeah. Hi Olympic, thank you so much for the congratulations. I mean, you're a dad, so you know, but man, it's amazing. The first time with a stroller in my hand, going around the city, oof, proudest moment in my life. I just love it. I love every second. He's 18 days today, so he's still just a newborn. He has not learned to walk yet. That's another 8 to 12 months, 8 to 14 maybe. It's just a little baby. Hi Pixel. Oh, you'll be judging my trucking skills? Yeah, you should, that's sweet. It's a lot of fun. I remember like reversing in that game. Oof. What a challenge. In real life, I'm not good, but I'm decent at driving with a trailer. I've done quite a bit of driving with trailers. For 3 years, I was working on the road. So every weekend I was driving around Sweden with a trailer. I've done quite a lot of trailer driving. But in the game it's so difficult, and I've never driven like a boogie trailer. So you have 2 axles that rotate independently, and that was a challenge in the game every time, wrapping my brain around that. Oh man. So respect to anyone that is a real lorry driver out there, driving one of those double thingies that's so difficult to park. I don't know how many hours I have of Euro Truck Sim, but there's a few hundred, I guess. I would guess it's a couple hundred. This area, that cut right there. Let's eat this up. grass for 3 weeks. Just becoming a dad, lawn mowing hasn't been a priority. So it's so tall that I've had to go over it twice in a lot of areas, and I have it set higher than normal. Yeah. That's a lot. Do you drive only like in Sweden, or do you do long routes as well down here? Like driving around Europe and such? Dark clouds behind me. There's going to be quite a lot of rainfall tomorrow. There weren't supposed to be any rain today. I think that might have updated since I last looked at a weather report though, because there's definitely some black clouds over there coming this way. Ser vädret ut? Yeah, it's like rain in an hour. That's okay. I'll be done here by then. Plum tree is a little bit low for this lawnmower. But it has such good plums that I don't want to cut off the lower branches, because like the kids will be able to pick from it as well. So I want to keep all the lower branches. done 34 months. That's a long time. Everyone, meet Doyan. Doyan, meet everyone. Doyan, one of my longest standing subscribers. He and Jack Joffa. Jack Joffa is my first ever, so Doyan didn't get that title. But he leads my stream definitely in subscribers for sure. And also, damn, I mostly got scared there. My headphones got caught in the tree. He's an all-around amazing guy. He was visiting us this summer. We took a tour of our farm together. It's a lovely thing. How's life, Doyan? We haven't spoken for, what, 3 weeks? A little bit on Discord. I've been a little bit active on Discord from time to time. It's been a lot being a new dad. But it feels so good. The past 3 days, energy has started coming back. Feel much more comfortable. Well, for one, being a dad, it's much more. I feel like I've gotten the hang of it, you know. And everything from diaper changes to how to soothe him, his routines, like when he needs food and when he's just scared or lonely, and how to deal with that. I felt like it took only a couple of days until I started seeing patterns and recognizing behaviors. But there's definitely so much more to learn about him. And children, babies, they change always. So you feel like you've learned one routine, like they sleep every 4 hours, whatever. But then next week they might not sleep at all. So it's ever changing. Considering cutting this as well, but I know I won't have fuel to finish it, so I might as well leave it. And cut it next week. I'll be going to town Sunday, so then I can pick up more petrol. Oh wait, I need to clean it. Gonna just put it away. You don't put away a lawnmower dirty. At least not if you want it to last for a long time. The grass is so moist when it's cut, and it just gets stuck like a cake underneath the cutter. And with time, it'll completely rust away all the metal. Actually, let's go around like this. Put it on the rock. So it's up. Oh, let's put the parking brake. There we go. And it's a little bit easier to see what's going on underneath. Lift that up. Let's see if I have a key. Oh, wait, I found this earlier. No need for a key. Oh, did you recommend staying home for 10 days? Yeah, I get that. Because the first 10 days, it was difficult. Man, it was so hard on Siri and me. We were both zombies. Like, I truly understand that 10-day recommendation. Let's see if we can get in under here. XD Krang, I saw your follow from back then, and the Magnus Seville. Welcome, guys. Let's see if I can get the machine off here before I put any weight on it. It's only two-wheel drive, this lawnmower, so it tends to not deal with steep inclines very well. It's a little bit steep there. I'm going to take you guys out in the pasture to have a late season look at our farm. It's starting to change into fall season. Some trees are getting yellow, but not really there yet. But it's nice following and seeing the changing of the seasons. I just love that. Oops. Too close to the door. There we go. Oh wait, my thermos as well. I'm gonna leave that in here. key? Yes, I do. Can I stand here? Oh, a little bit better view. So, welcome everyone that's new to the stream. This is our 16th century farm. Me and Siri, my partner, we live in the small house and the big house my parents live in. So we're 3 generations living here because we have a 18-day-old child. So we're 3 generations living here. And the oldest house is the one we live in, the small one. It's from 1500. It's mentioned as early as 1531. And then the big house is built 1705. The barn, I don't remember which year, but I know it's the second version of that barn because the first one burnt down in a fire. And the garage is also from the 17th century. It used to house horses back in the day. And this is our parking lot. So earlier this summer I built this little ramp and people said it wouldn't make it because it's only dirt and some bigger stones. So it's quite a bit of larger stones. And many people that work as excavator operators or something like that, they said that it would never work. And now we've had it for a season, and yes, it's eroded a little bit and it's compacted quite a lot. But it's definitely done the job. And we are going to add some gravel on it for next season, and especially at the top. And we're going to add a little bit more of a topsoil. Probably a good idea to do that now, and then sow some grass. So we get grass, especially in the middle. That's mostly for looks. But also in the future, when there's not so much traffic, we're going to be able to have grass here. There's going to be wheel tracks still, but the grass will sort of keep it together in a nice way long term. I mean, there's not a lot of cars driving here. There's maybe 10, 15 vehicles a week. So it's not a heavily used parking. I put up these posts to make the path a little bit more to the left in the view we have right now, so the cars drive a little bit closer to the stone wall that is here. Crusader King, what kind of game is that? Haven't heard of it. I mean, haven't been on the internet for 3 weeks. So I have no idea. This car park, it fits about 15 cars parked next to each other, and it could be extended to house about 25 cars, but we rarely have more than 5 at a time, so 15 is plenty. A welcome sign, yeah, that's important. Let's take this path here. Oh yeah, I walked with a stroller here yesterday, and it's a little bit narrow for the stroller, so I bumped these rocks, and they tumbled down. Don't remember how this was. I'll fix that sometime. One rolled away here. This is probably gonna not get a rebuild, but add to it over time. So there's even more stones here. I built this path. Was it May? I think mid-May. No. So first let me show you this. When it's raining, this is a great spot because there's so much foliage in the leaves up above, so you barely get any rain here. And it's kind of nice. I've made it so you can lean against this tree or this tree, so if you sit diagonally like this, you have a backrest that you can lean against, and it's a very nice place to spend some time. And also if you come down here, you have a little oak, little baby oak. It's a little bit tall grass here, so it's not really usable, but the idea is that it's going to be like a sun tanning sort of private spot here. If you want to suntan naked, you can do so. Hi Fly Guy, hope you're doing well. Nice weekend upon us. I haven't thought about this cute little tree. Like this tiny, this looks like a... Is it a... Oh, it's a pine. Americans don't separate the different kinds of pine, but I think it's a gran, not a tall. Like a mini bonsai pine tree. It's like a natural chair here, so it's like super chill place to sit. So you can see the birch trees are starting to yellow. Ronan berries are getting brown and yellow. And all the wild apple trees have started dropping their fruit. These apples in the wild apple trees, we have a bunch of them everywhere. They're not edible. Like some people make food out of them, but yeah, but these are so sour. It's like eating fresh olives. It's like the worst thing you can put in your mouth. I think they're called Ronan berries. I might be in the wrong here. I think that's the name of that tree. That's an ash. This is a pine. More Ronan berries over there. A big oak tree. This one here is oak. A few hundred years old. Here I built there's a baby oak here. And this oak is growing on the mountain itself, so it will never get big. It will always be a little bonsai oak. But I started building. I take stones I find and I put them here, like add a stone at a time, to make sort of a protective stone wall around it, so the grass doesn't cover it. So it has a chance to, well, become a cute tiny oak. Otherwise the grass will just shade it and it will die. And also the grass will drink all the water. So it's good practice to make sure. Because oaks grow so slowly, they're like one of the slowest growing trees. And all the ferns are getting very, very brown. Here it's like littered with wild apples. The oaks are still looking super green and healthy. This is our biggest oak. The one here. It's probably about a meter in diameter. You think so, Pixel? Right. So the tent is going to come down for the season any week now. Not leaving that up for the winter. That would definitely wear a lot on the tents. They would maybe last 2 seasons then. Oh, thought I heard an animal. I have headphones on, I can take them off now because we're not making sound anymore. A ruckus anymore. Oh, those are like super yellow down there. The ferns. Now we're looking south. So those are in a very wind protected southern exposure area. So that's why they're so yellow. They're maturing earlier in the season and they die earlier in the season because of it. Whilst these ferns that are in the shade are still green. Hi, Karjarlotten. A bit flat, yeah. Yeah, we're at 235 meters height. And the height difference on our property is probably 15-20 meters from the lowest to the highest point. So we have quite, for Sweden, it's quite a high variance. Maybe 15 meters, to be honest. Not 20, but 15 probably. Hup. I spoke with our neighbor who has horses about having them come and eat all the grass. And they were keen, so they were going to check up if they wanted to have horses here already this season. It would be so cute, because in the future we're dreaming of having horses. Like now we can't afford it, but we're dreaming of being able to have horses here in some capacity, not all over this field, because we still want like a natural flower field with more planted flowers here around the central area. I'm gonna go the other way, but we'll go out and look at it and I'll explain more. So in the future we might want our own horses, but it would be so great to try to live with horses, so to say, without the responsibility. So they're gonna come back to us about that. It'd be cool having a horse, or 2 horses rather, trot around the property. Love that. take this way, this path actually. So we can come out here. So yeah, these trees are all very green still. Except for a dead Ronan berry over there that are deep red, almost orange. And then there's the birch trees. They are starting to yellow. Absolutely. So where's my hammock? I know, right? We have one hammock and it's in the garden around the house, but it's taken down for the season. But we are thinking about putting up some hammocks in here as well. We have a couple of seating benches littered all around the pastures, and then there's, sorry for the confusion, there's like natural seats, like this stone here. This is where we eat lunch in springtime. You know, when we're depressed and coming out of the long winters we have here in Sweden. Because that's, I see, south. Are you drunk, watch? That's not west. There we go. Now this is definitely not right. Oh, there we go. That's 180 degrees south. It was pointing that way. So that's south. So you, at lunchtime, have the sun just pouring in between maybe 12 and 4 p.m. when the sun sets. And wintertime, it barely goes above the treetops here. Barely. So when spring comes in April, you can sit here. It's quite wind protected. Quite. Because there's so much trees over here. And it mostly blows from west. That's over here. And there's quite a lot of trees there. So, and you're on the foot of the mountain. So here it's a very nice spot in spring. So we have definitely had a fair few lunches here. Me and Siri. It's only about 250 meters to the house from here, so it's not a long hike by any means. Let's take this way. This area would be amazing for horses because even if we had a tractor, which we don't, my parents bought this property 5 years ago, and me and my girlfriend has been living here for 3 years, and we don't have any tractor or nothing like that. So to clear this up and keep this open by hand with a weed whacker would be like a 2-week project. And it's a shame as well not taking advantage of all this grass area. So having a horse or two trot around here would be so cozy. Taking shelter under the oak when it rains, and, it would be so pretty. And I think horses and cows, they eat the most pretty way. They make the nicest pastures. Animals like goats, they have so many different plants they don't eat, and they make like a lot of narrow paths, because sheep, for example, you would have maybe 20-40 sheep, and they are herd animals and they walk in lines, so they create like a lot of small paths, and I don't particularly like that. Whilst horses, they have a little bit. They're bigger animals, so they don't make so small paths. They still are behavioral animals. They would still make like their favorite paths, definitely, like trotting back and forth. They would make strong paths for sure, but not as many small paths as sheep does. And goats, they like destroy the land. They eat in one area until it's bare, like dirt, and then they move on. Whilst cows and horses, they move around and they roam and they eat larger areas in a day instead of just eating at one place. So during the season, when it's flowering, now it's only the grass left because all the flowers they've died off for the season. But here it's like a flower field mixed with the grass, of course. So much color, like a lot of yellow, definitely a lot of yellow. So out here we had plans of building an outdoor kitchen. Those plans have been a bit changed. So the outdoor kitchen is going to be built behind the barn, or over by the barn rather. So we can have running water and such. It's quite a distance to drag out electricity and water out here. So we're not going to do that, at least not now. So this is, I don't know how we're going to cut this next season. It's not going to be this big anyway, but it's going to still be a circle here in the middle of the field. And we have the lounge area where you can sit down and enjoy the view. Again, the sun goes over here. So this is going to be a nice place in winter as well. I mean, we're going to take in the cushions, but you can still sit out here in the winter with like thick pants and cozy up under blankets. Yeah, cows are amazing as well. But I think horses are a little bit prettier as animals. We have considered cows as well, especially like if we just have one cow, because then it could be milked by hand. But I'm not too keen right now with all the work that a cow entails. It's a little bit too much work right now. But renting it out for horses would be amazing. Just give me a second here. I'm gonna... Welcome back, everyone. Liberty Cap. Qatar John asks if we have a Liberty Cap in the garden. Well, there is. I think all land in Sweden, even out in the middle of nowhere where we live, you have to like classify the fields, and we would have to apply. Like if we want to make a forest here, we would need to apply for that. Right now they're classified as pastures, so livestock and animals. We could get like a grant, we can even get money for maintaining this, keeping it clear. We're talking like a few $100s a year, so it's not a lot of money. But yeah, this needs to be open. But we can plant whatever we want. You know, so if we want to make flowers here, we can do that. So it's a little bit open, but there are some restrictions to it, definitely. And we are thinking of doing some changes, mostly adding more trees along the edge of our property. So our property line is, well, I can show you later up there, but it's not all the way to the tree line. It's a little bit this way, and then like it goes straight behind the tent basically, and about 4 meters up, and then out to the road. So it's most of what you see from here, most of it, and everything you see over here, and then the pine tree. That's like the huge pine trees behind, in front of us here rather. The road. There's a road here that is a divider between our property and our neighbors. So here we got the road. So that's ours, and that's the neighbors. It's 4.5 acres, 4.5 hectares, 11 acres in total. It's about this area is about 2.5 hectares, and then around the house and the garden is a hectare, and there's another almost hectare of beech forest surrounding the house. So it's small for being a farm, but it's huge for being a garden. And since we don't grow any crops or have any animals, it's a lot to maintain. Like just clearing out these trees, because we're gonna keep some of them, this area, because we want to make a tree line along our property line. We want to let some of these grow, but not all of them. It's a little bit too many trees. They won't really become anything. So that's it's quite a lot of work. Let's go this way. So not last stream, but second to last stream, I was marking up all the trees that we're going to take down this fall. And in a couple of weeks, it's been a little bit too much with the baby, but in a short little bit, we're going to start taking down some trees out here. That's long overdue. This is a path I started through this forest of trees. And then it's going to be thinned out as well. These are 2 years, I believe. Maybe 3 years old, these trees. Some of them have quite nice branching, but most of them are just one cane, little babies. But some of them, like this one here, is going to be a nice tree. So it's going to be like a lot of handwork deciding which goes and which stays. So we get a nice forest here, covering the end of the road, because this giant pine forest behind us is it's going to be harvested within a couple of years, and then it's going to be mass harvested, we think, because our neighbor he just owns the land. He doesn't live here, so he'll likely just take it down for money, and then. We get more light, but we also get more wind. So it's nice letting the trees come up. A lot of trees, Noodles. A lot of trees. Hundreds of them. And the same goes with this forest to my left here. That's also going to be taken down in a few years. And I so much look forward to that, because that means we get a lot of more sun. This area is in the shade. That's why it's only grass growing here. And you see over there where the sun hits. Let's see if I can walk over. There's so much grass here. Oh. Over here, the trees are coming back again. This is the same variety. It's I think it's aspen trees. Not 100% sure. But here as well, there's hundreds of these cute little trees. Hundreds and hundreds of them. But none of them up there, because it's a little bit moist. All the water from, there's like a big mountain or rock, whatever you want to call it here. So a lot of the water from rain goes down. So there's a complete different flora here. So as soon as they take down these trees, we can plant trees here and they will grow like crazy. They'll get heaps of water, a lot of sun. I'm thinking fruit trees, like cherries, apples, mixed with anything from oak to ash and maple. Just a natural, lovely forest. Like we have these are like seaweed grass almost, like the stuff that grows in rivers. So it's very moist here. Like all of this stuff here. But this forest here is so pretty. Oh, he's taken down the fence. When has he done that? Recently, I think. Must ask him about that. But yeah, the forest in here is so pretty. There's a lot of birch trees that's not gonna go, and there's a few oaks. That's a ash tree. You can see the leaf starting to fall here. That's an ash. So it's not going to be completely taken down, but a lot of it is going to come down. All the pines, mostly the pines. Let me show you this rock. Like, look at this area. This will be the view as soon as these pines come down. Like all the moss and this huge rock here. I don't know if the GoPro really picks it up, but it's huge. It's a huge rock. Shades, yeah, we have wood burning with support electricity. But we definitely use firewood, so it's perfect that we have and I think it's 34 trees, maybe a few more, that's going to come down on our property. So that's going to be firewood for probably a couple of years, to be honest. Boy. Probably for a couple of years. Oh, let's go up on the mountain here and overlook. Like this oak tree, when they take down the pines, oh, it's gonna be so pretty. When it gets all that southern exposure, it's gonna go crazy. I mean, there's probably not too much soil here, but I still think it's gonna develop nicely. Oak is my favorite tree, if you didn't know. so nice with the birch tree in the middle has not started yellowing all that much yet, but the ones in the back and this one here, because they're probably not on that much soil, especially this one closest to us, they've started going yellow, and they go yellow in like such an interesting way. It sort of looks like it's raining yellow, like fireworks, a little bit here and there, like super yellow, like small branches here and there. That's super yellow. Like this one here. tower is getting a little bit old. Almost fell through the floor here. Oh, wow. That's that's no good. No good at all. Ever thought of hosting a small music festival on the farm? Yeah, I mean, kinda. We had plans this year to host something we called Siricon. For my girlfriend's also a streamer. She's been streaming for 6 years now. And we were inviting her community to come stay here for a four-day event. But then we got pregnant and had to cancel because he was due like a week prior to the event. Now he was born the day before his due date, so it would have been fine. She was super pregnant and that would have been kind of cool, but then also COVID happened, and yeah, there are many reasons why we canceled. During summers, the 2 tents you saw last summer, or this summer, and also the cabin over there is rented out, so if anyone want to come and stay, they can do so. And there's a cafe inside of this barn here, with a little store run by my parents. And they have like dinners and courses, and they have like sing-along events with like live music and stuff. I think once a month during the summers. Just small stuff, maybe 15-20 people. But we have housing for, I think it's 28 or 30 people that could stay in their own beds on the farm. And we have definitely possibilities to take in even more, with a little bit more sparse accommodations, like sleeping on mattresses and such. We could have a sleeping hall, for example, and probably have around 40 people here at least. So it's a small farm, but we love it, and we are so grateful to be able to call this our home. For absolutely sure, yeah. Absolutely amazing. And these apples are still too sour to eat. At least in my taste, these are still too sour. Not yet. Those are of winter variety, so if we pick them now, we can store them in like the root cellar for a month or two, and then they'll be edible. Never done that though, since we don't do any pest control. There's a lot of worms and stuff in them, so they don't store that well. So we have never really been into that. Oh shit! Who cut this? I sort of missed a big spot here. That's messy. I'll probably have time tomorrow to neat that up. So there's, yeah, like 4 meters here that was uncut. Easy mistake. So that's gonna be it for today. Thank you everyone who's been watching. If you're new, please follow if you're not already doing so. Put on the notifications, because I stream very irregularly now that I'm a dad. It's hard to keep a schedule up. He's only 18 days old, so it will probably get a little bit easier in the future with the schedule, and hopefully in a few weeks I'll be back doing night streams when I'm awake with the little one. I'm considering doing Euro Truck Sim streams from indoors. That'll be a lot of fun. Next spring, I think this area is going to be finished by next spring. I think we've done a lot of progress this summer. There's still a lot of work to be done. I love how far we've gotten. Absolutely pleased with the results. And these are wild, naturally occurring things. But I left areas, when I did the stonework here, I left areas where the soil would be exposed, so things could grow like this. And this is wild. I have not planted this. You see how they fill out here? And so there's like stone and there's plants growing down here. All of this is natural. And I've left a little bit bigger base or planters, whatever you would call them, here and here. And I'm going to put in compost soil up to the level, and then maybe here plant something that flowers. Not too tall, something low, but something that flowers. But this, I could not have dreamt of a better result. This is a month ago, 2 months maybe. So this has grown, on its own this past month. I love it. I absolutely love it. And here as well, this is a different variety. Has been filling out here. This is also a trailing ground cover. Same here, left some rocks, but then dirt around it because I wanted nature to cover it just like it is. And between the steps as well, here, there's soil, so that these things will grow like this. I don't want them to cover the steps, but control them a little bit. And I'm super happy about that. Here I'm going to also add soil this spring. No point in doing it now because then I'll just have more weeds. Or I mean, call them weeds if you want, more natural things. I want flowers here as well. Low growing flowers of varieties in that little planter there. This is a demo bed. Just trying out some new flowers. Maybe something like this would be pretty in the lower planters. And also these, I love these. Super happy about that. These were planted August, I think. Late July, August. And then the little bit bigger ones in the middle. So pretty. These are, I think these are poppies. Do we have any strawberries? Some, not really ripe or overripe. Again, we haven't looked at these for 3 weeks. I mean, baby. It's not no time to go pick strawberries in the garden. So a lot of them have gone bad. There's a few more left this season. Look forward to that. This one is just going absolutely crazy. It's so cool. Oh, I wonder what this is. This is something, again, something natural here. There's like a million tiny, whatever that is. It could be poppies. These are wild poppies. They could have seeded and sprouted. It's not impossible that these are 400 poppies or lavender. This is a white lavender. Could be that as well. Look at this tiny potato. Hi Sleeve, thank you for the congratulations. It's the best thing that ever happened, becoming a dad. Super, I mean, it's just incredibly amazing. Incredibly amazing. And also I saw here, these are wild raspberries, and these are all new for the season. Spread like crazy. Really happy about that. And this is our geranium planting. This is just an experiment. These are not winter hardy, so these will die. But these are cuttings, 1 year geranium cuttings that we planted early this summer. End of May, I think. And these are, I don't know the English word, pallet leaves, maybe?
Vincent Met resubscribes. 18 months. Hey, hashtag second Twitch baby tongue.
Thank you for your resub, Vincent. Thank you. I'm glad you could catch the stream. I said I would end, but then I just had to look at the garden, right? I haven't been in our garden for over 3 weeks. So it's kind of an adventure for me to look at these things. And this is a planter we made. We haven't planted anything in it. We have planted some things, a couple of rhododendrons and some different perennials. But not a lot planted in it just yet, but it will take for sure. But these geraniums have grown like crazy. These are so beautiful, and they smell. Oh, the smell is amazing. Really, really lovely smell. None of them have flowered. They're only 1 year, so didn't expect them to. They probably need to get a little bit older before they flower. Plus, they're quite difficult to make flower, these geraniums. But these geraniums have flowered like crazy. These red ones, and there's like a bunch of different ones here in the back as well. There's some white with jagged edge leaves, and some different red varieties. It's like a crazy mix of a little bit of everything. These are just cuttings we took from mother's geraniums that we put out. It's fun seeing it grow. It's doing very well. This gladiole, I don't think this will flower. Last year we planted 5 in this pot here, bulbs, and they all flowered. And then these are, you're not supposed to keep them out over winter, but this pot was out over winter. They definitely froze and died. So this is the only one that made it this summer, and they didn't flower. Last year they were probably this tall. Probably this tall. Yeah, 18 months. Second Twitch baby. Vincent, thank you for that. These are more barley. This is 2-year-old. Starting to have some seed pods, but no, not really there yet. But it's cool seeing it climb. Last year it didn't climb at all, so it's really fun seeing that this year it made it up the pole. These are lettuces that we picked all summer and now are flowering, dropping seeds. Maybe they'll self-sow. Who knows? This lettuce is just so pretty. A red one. I think it's called Lolo Rosa. And then this green one is the normal lettuce. And then this one here, I think it's called Quatre Saisons. 4 seasons. Also lettuce. But yeah, they are definitely not edible anymore, now that they flower. Hi Svartkonsen, thank you for the congratulations. Hope you've had a good month. I haven't been streaming for quite a while. These are just decorative grass. 2 plants. They're put here for now. They're probably not going to stay here. Is this a strawberry? This is... Wow, the strawberry has gone all the way here. Oh man, that's amazing. So we planted 1 strawberry plant over there last summer. So this is year 2. And it's spread to this side of the bed. That's amazing. Makes me really glad to see. So this has been a little bit... We had potatoes last season here. So we still had some potatoes this year that... I mean, potato is kind of like weeds. If you don't get every single little bit potato, you'll get more next year. So we had a good harvest, probably 5 kilos. So not a lot, but considering we didn't plant a potato, 5 kilos of potato is quite nice. But this is going to be like an edible planter. So there's thyme, strawberry, the lavender, I guess it's edible. You can flavor sugar with lavender if you want to, but that's decorative. Again, that might be moved. We'll see. And that's a berry. Don't remember the name. These are raspberries. So there's going to be a couple of like raspberry bushes and such, and then strawberries and wild strawberries as ground cover. I think it's going to be great. The kids are going to absolutely love it. Just run out here and pick some snacks. Hi, Rasmus. These are roses. They're just growing wildly. We'll cut them down. We don't want them to be all too big, and that's not the plan. But now we're letting them grow so they can establish the root system. And then we'll pretty much cut them down. So as soon as the root system is big and old and strong, just chop it down quite small, like a little bush, and then it will flower like crazy. At least that's our plan, and that's what we hope for. Some more rose bushes here, 3 of them, but this is the one that's doing the best, or 2 of them rather. And then there's another one down here, somewhere down here. Don't even remember where it is. Oh, there it is. It's over there. Oh. It's like raining seeds. These amazing pink flowers. Really long flower time as well. Oh, I haven't seen this, but this is a wild raspberry plant here. Huh, look at that. So that's a raspberry plant. Here as well, there's like millions of these tiny plants. I don't know what that is. Looking forward to see that. And these are poppies, giant poppies, special varieties. These are leeks. But yeah. Then we have a little tree here. I can show you from the other side. This is a Kilimanjaro, it's called. So it's a decorative tree, like a Japanese style, super tiny white flowers, grows in layers. It's growing a little bit crazy now. I'm not sure how I'm going to want it, but it has 2 new mains coming up. I kind of like that. Because the original main that we bought the top is broken. So it will grow like, I don't know, it got a little bit damaged. So it won't really grow taller. It branched off to the sides. So I think it's probably going to be prettier letting this be the new main. And this here. Look at this. A poppy flower. It's dropping its leaves. Just look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. And then the seed pods look like this afterwards. So this is a seed pod. So they hold a couple of 100 seeds each. This is a sunflower, natural. I mean, we had sunflowers in the area last year, but it's new for this planter. We had them out in the corner last season. Sunflowers come up really, really late, so it's fun to see that. Still got a sunflower that it's self-sowed. These are mint, right? Don't remember the name. You have them in a mojito. Lovely flowers. Bees absolutely love them, and they grow like crazy. So we can't eat it all. It's just too much. Great taste. This is the northern side of the house. So like just not that many flowers, but like this big leafed false Fiat Brigade. Really cool. And some ground cover. And some indoor plants that we've put out over summer. Like hobbit jades and succulent trees. And these are Chinese money plants. They also like it here on the northern side. But it's time for them to go inside now, because soon there will be frost and they don't like that. They don't like that. Like this one was dead at the beginning of the season. It's a older one that we cut down. So this is all new growth for the season, which is quite amazing. Considering it's in Sweden and it's very cold. Very cold for Chinese money plants. you go, and some more some more after that. Welcome to my stream. Thank you for following. I hope to see you next time. Same goes to anyone else that have tuned in today. It's been a great pleasure to stream. It's probably been 4 hours, right? About 4 hours of streaming. Uptime. Yeah. 4 hours. Good guess. Now it's time for me to go in, cook some dinner for Siri and me. Sun sets in about an hour. I mean, it's cloudy, so you can't really tell. Metal place. No, it's not that cold. It's been 16. It's down to 14 now. So it's not warm by any means, but it's decent. Absolutely. Have a great weekend. You too, Mika. You too. Have a great weekend. I wish you the best. And I can't promise it, but I'm pretty sure I'll stream on Sunday. I think I'll bring the stream to hockey practice and stream Sunday. If so, it's 8 a.m. So 8 in the morning on Sunday. There's ice hockey on this stream here. So I have this rig on the ice. It's absolutely terrifying because if I get a tackle or a puck hits the rig, it will definitely break. But it's such a fun thing. So take care, guys. And see you Sunday if you come by. Otherwise, I'll see you probably next week.